Is different. Look at Jarrett Stidham the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great example. Jarrett Stidham goes at Baylor to being a superstar to a guy that really struggled most of the year last year at Auburn. So I look at every quarterback situation a little differently. When I evaluate Kellen Mond, I think he's got a few different things. One, he's tough. And that's a huge aspect of being successful at quarterback. He's tough. Two, he's accurate. Somewhat streaky, but accurate. Three, he has a good understanding of what Jimbo Fisher wants him to do within the offense. Doesn't try to do too much. Is very stable and elevated display when he had to. And four, his mobility makes him dangerous. So those are the four things that I really like about Kellen Mond right now. Now, where I'd like to see him improve? Completion percentage.
57% last year.
Take what the defense gives you. Not every play needs to be a home run. Not every play needs to be a 50-yard gain. Of course, explosive plays are going to happen. But if you've got a running back standing right over the ball because your deep route's covered, take it. No problem. Dump it off. Live to play second down. We'll call that big play again. Those are the areas in which I think he can grow. Managing the game, understanding situations, and having a better feel within the pocket of knowing when that internal clock is going off, and I got to lose it, throw it away, or I got to find a check down as quick as possible because I might get sacked.
The 57% completion percentage and the 9 interceptions were both bottom 3 in the league a year ago. Nevertheless, as Jimbo Fisher said, I don't really care for completion percentage. You make the smart throws, you make the right ones, hit them when you need to. As Colton Taylor does, he gets his first action of the day, sending that ball to the perimeter. The junior out of Houston with the completion to Dylan Taylor.
And completion percentage doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, like you can have a 60% completion and average 12 yards an attempt because every throw you make, you're driving it way downfield. Your completion percentage can be lower, but your yards per attempt and your efficiency is very, very high. So I don't put a ton of stock on completion percentage, but given the way that they call offense and the way they try to generate completions, the completion percentage should be higher than 57, no matter what.
I agree with you on both, and I think it's as regressive as saying that the most important numbers in baseball are home runs, RBI, and batting average, because there's so much more and so many different ways, so many better ways we can evaluate a player.
Yeah, that's great. Batting average, Bryce Harper bats 250, but he hits 40 bombs a year. So I don't really care about that 250 average. He's below 270, which is league average. He just made $330 million for a reason. I mean, so I don't mind completion percentage. What I want to see, though, is when there are open receivers, throw it. Like, I feel like he sometimes doesn't always get to an open receiver because he's so fixated on what's happening down the field. And that's just part of becoming more comfortable within the offense.
For me, it's all about protecting the football. If Kellen Mond takes another step, if he progresses a little bit more as far as protecting the football this year, he's going to have a special season.
He had a couple fumbles last year that Coach Fisher mentioned because when he started to run, what he does well in the pocket was keep the ball high, but when he started to run, the ball came low, and that's where it got poked out.
And that happens. I mean, that's just development. I mean, he's going to get better and stronger, and those fumbles will happen less and less. But think about it, as your arms are moving, that ball gets out away from your body, that's where you lose it. But